be very careful before you simplify into a pawn endgame. Pawn endings in chess have a very definitive character somehow. If you can really make sure for 100% that you know the result and do you win a better position or you draw an inferior one, then of course you can go into the pawn endgame. But if you have the slightest doubts, then it is a very risky business. What to do with black to move in Hujifan with Jonathan Arndt, Wijk Aanzee 2013. To play knight f5 when white more or less must allow the pawn endgame, or to do something else like h5. Okay, and then of course it would depend a bit how much time you still have on the clock. But okay, try to calculate the pawn endgame after knight f5. The pawn endgame is only a draw, but it is of course quite difficult. White must exchange, and white must activate her queen side pawns. As now the breakthrough is threatened, the king must come back, and g4 is also more or less logical to blockade the king's side. And now this one white pawn is keeping back two black ones. This is the problem somehow why the position is only drawn. Okay, Vichy probably had also calculated king d5, seen that he had the opposition and he will invade, and maybe he misjudged here the position, but I don't know, of course. But white seems to be in zugzwang, but she still has king c3, and now Hujifan has constructed the Great Wall of China. The wall has only one door, but the inroad is not large enough somehow. White's king can always stop and direct invasion, and now, after king d3, the resulting queen endgame is a draw from a theoretical point of view. And as the knight endgame at the beginning is winning, it doesn't make sense to go there, of course. And after e4, b5, white's outside passed pawn gives her a draw. After king c5, it is just in the traditional way. The outside passed pawn distracts the king, and then it's a draw. And after e3, king c2, king e4, and king d1, it's similar. White's king stops the e-pawn, and then black must deal with white's outside passed pawn, and it's a draw. So Vichy played king d5, the only move to draw, and a draw was agreed. So the pawn endings can be extremely tricky and difficult to calculate, even for the world champion. So you really must be 100% sure when you exchange your last piece, an active piece, against a passive piece of the opponent into a pawn endgame. The knight endgame, on the other hand, after h5 is winning in the long run. Black's knight is more active, his king better centralized, and knight endgames are like pawn endings according to Botvinnik's guideline. I will deal with this a bit more in the second part of this DVD on the guidelines and rules of the special endgames, knight endgames. It is not possible probably to calculate all variations to the end here, but black should be winning, and so the knight endgame was the better way to play. In the pawn endgame you can try to be 100% sure, really, also as human, but you need some time to calculate, of course. While here you cannot never be 100% sure, but it normally should be winning with one extra pawn, more active knight, more active king, and white is some kind of slide zugzwang here. There are some lines, but okay, b5 gives away the pawn, and with two extra pawns it must be winning despite the reduced winning potential. And after a5, white's queen side is blocked and black is too active, and this also must be winning according to the computer, but also the longer you look at it, human intuition is the same. So pawn endings are different. They can be evaluated with 100% certainty if you have for such cases, but you need a lot of time on the clock and a lot of energy to invest in the resulting calculations. It only makes sense when you have this time, can invest it, and then are 100% sure that black is winning. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense to simplify into the pawn game, and then in that case you should stay in the knight endgame and seek your winning chances there.